What is up, YouTube land? I'm Brad with Despite Fitness. We're in the garage for all my UK friends. And yeah, it's January 5th. And it is a speed day. And we're gonna have some fun today. It'll be kind of cool because we're gonna do a few things different. Nat's over there just bitching and griping. We're gonna throw in some Viking Press.
What happened when you watch a show?
Nat's all mad at me because I might have watched a little bit of the new Boba Fett show.
The show's like 20 minutes.
We tend to nerd out together and watch shows, and she's all mad at me because I
watched it ahead without you.
You can't. I got a little overzealous.
I'm gonna watch the finale of The Witcher without you. By myself.
The finale of The Witcher?
Yeah, the last episode.
You haven't watched that one yet either?
No. You're such an asshole. Again,
yeah,
everybody. Partner.
Shay, she's asking for a new partner. Scott, this is your chance. Slide into her DMs.
Local.
So I'm making Nat mad today, and that's funny. But to get to the point, while we're here, we're gonna do some training. It's gonna be a speed day, doing a few things different. So for our winning warm up today, we're gonna do Viking Press, which Nat really hates.
That's why I did not set it up.
It's the only thing today that she hasn't set up for us to do. So we're gonna do that Viking Press. It'll be kind of cool. And then hold on, let me turn this down so I don't get no copyright infringements. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but anyway, so Viking Press, we're gonna do, so that's kind of potentiate the shoulders and get us ready to do some pressing. I also like it because it's not super hard on the shoulder and it gets you kind of an arc versus like a straight up kind of thing. That little bit of an arc up and out, I think just feels kind of comfortable in the shoulders. I like it, and I feel like it gets us ready to be able to press. So that's why I have that in there. I'm gonna do the seated row, which is just kind of like a mid-back squeeze, just kind of, seated row with a cable. And again, back is just really, really important for pressing. If you wanna get a better press, sometimes where you need to look is at your back and do some back development. So new, we're gonna do a wrist roll. And I have the Titan attachment wrist roller for my rack, and so we're going to do some wrist rolling today and build up some of that forearm strength, which is real great for pressing because squeezing that bar and getting that muscle activation and the muscular irradiation from squeezing hard, you can get a lot of additional activation just by having a strong grip. So we're going to work that grip piece, which is something that we don't always focus on. Apparently I said something funny because Nat's laughing at me. When you're talking about squeezing hard? Is that what it is? You're doing the thing again? Nat, I'm putting you in timeout. All right, and then...
Sorry.
And then we're going to do an under the bar tricep extension. So that's going to be a new one. And I'm going to do a twist on it that I'm pretty sure none of you guys have ever seen or thought of. So you might be familiar with the underbar tricep extension, but how we're going to do it and what we're going to do, I'm pretty sure you haven't seen, and I'm kind of excited for it because I haven't done it, but I have a feeling it will introduce some instability and make it difficult, and therefore get that much more tricep activation, and getting those triceps warmed up and ready to do the thing is also going to help us with the pressing. So that's kind of the why behind everything that we're doing today. Hopefully that makes sense for you guys as you begin to do your own programming, or you start to think about the types of things that you want to implement into your warm-ups. Hopefully this is of some use to you. So with that being said, we're going to turn the music on. We're going to do our warm-ups and get after it and do the thing we came here to do. And hopefully you guys will stick around and check this out. And we'll have a quick conversation on the backside to kind of touch base and see how the day went. And yeah, so we'll see you then. Here we go. Is this like you're doing a thing? This is your way of showing me that your displeasure with my viewing habits?
Yes.
All right, Nat and YouTube world, I promise not to watch any more nerdy shows without your company.
That's what you did
last time. You still broke that.
No, I didn't promise to YouTube world.
Oh,
This
okay.
is, I'm promising to the YouTubes.
Tits.
So that everyone can see my oath of allegiance to watch all the nerdy shows with Nat.
I don't have anybody else to watch them with.
Well, so we'll watch it together. I got impatient and I am sorry. I was wrong. I hope that you can find it in your black heart to forgive me.
What do you mean it's black?
This your black wicked heart.
You sure? Because I think the black wicked heart here is you.
It's probably, I mean, it's not far off.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, I burned the camera. In my face. It's the usual thing.
She had a really hard time today.
What do you mean? You got it out. Nope.
All right, that's it. That's the video. Hopefully you guys like that. Just a couple of things different. And I think that that's a really important concept to instill into you guys is the importance of variety and changing things up. The wenning warm-ups are really, really great for a variety of reasons. We've talked about the potentiation of the muscles, getting them ready to do the thing that they're about to do. But then also, there's something to be said for the volume. Getting that general physical preparedness up, getting that GPP up. And so, you know, moving quickly through those wenning warm-ups is a really great way to get some additional physical fitness out of what you're doing. And by physical fitness, I just mean essentially cardiovascular, right? General physical preparedness. You know, if you listen to Matt Wenning, and you probably should, if you don't already, he's a friend of mine. And you know, he's been floor stomping it for a while. You know, like the foot stomp, you know, GPP. Many of you may be limited by how fit you are. So getting more fit may help you express more strength. And one of the ways to instill a little bit more, you know, fitness into your training is these wenning warm-ups. So I really like them. And moving into today's, oh, indoor cat. That was the spouse. Moving into today, it was definitely tough. You know, Nat doesn't like the Viking Press, but I just like it, right? It's not a strict overhead press, but it's a really, I think, great way of kind of activating the shoulders. A little bit of chest out of it and some triceps, but you know, getting those shoulders activated, I really like that. Doing the row, I was feeling the row today, and just kind of focusing on that contraction. That felt great. Now, we did a couple of different things for the wenning warm-up, Nat, that we don't normally do. We did the wrist rolling, right? What do you think of that? How we did those things? Let me grab you here and do one of these things. What do you think about the wrist rolling? She doesn't like it?
No, I like it. It's good.
So all right, so it's not.
I got it for Christmas for you, so of course I like it.
Okay. All right, so super talkative Nat. I did like it just because it kind of activates the forearms. It gets those muscles pumped. It gets you kind of primed to squeeze. Because as I mentioned, when you squeeze something really hard, you get muscle activation all the way up through your arm. Yeah, it's called muscle irradiation because neurologically you're squeezing that real hard, and you can't help but end up getting the other muscles activated and engaged. And so I just like to throw that in from time to time because I don't do a lot of specific grip stuff. So you may find that some kind of a wrist roll, even if it's just a bit of stick with a string, and, and you just loop it through a plate or whatever basic setup you might have, there can be some good benefit from rolling up one way and then rolling it up the other way. So forward and then backward, which is what we did. Although the video won't show that because we didn't record long enough for you to see it, but we went up one way and then up the other way. And then the real smoker,
oh Lord,
was those underbar tricep extension with the American bar, right? And so that was really difficult. If you want to make it a little bit easier, you can bring your feet a little bit closer. If you want to make it harder, you bring your feet a little bit further away from the bar so you're more elongated. Yeah, it's really rough. And I think the first set I only had 20 reps, but the remaining 3 sets, I moved my feet a little bit closer and really eked out that 25, and my triceps were screaming. So you might not have the American bar for your own, so you might not have that particular hand grip, but an under just a straight bar is good. If you happen to have maybe a rackable camber bar, that camber may actually be beneficial for you too, to get your hands in more of a neutral position, which will kind of emulate what we had with the American bar here today. So that's just something for you guys to consider. But that is a screamer, and I think if you guys throw that in, really challenging tricep exercise, really great pump. Just overall upper body pump today is just on point. So I'm just kind of happy with how today went, and always good to have a good session with Nat, laughing and joking for the most part when she's not being
what do you mean?
Crankopotamus. Talking about you being mad for me watching nerdy shows without you.
Yeah. Rude.
I'm sorry, Nat and YouTubes. I won't do it again. But the nerdy shows, I'm definitely down with the nerdy shows. If you're down with the nerdy shows, whether it's the Book of Boba Fett or some Witcher or Marvel stuff, whatever, you're down with all that madness, give me a thumbs up and comment in the box below. Let me know what your favorite show is. I'd like to hear. And do you have any nerdy shows that you might recommend?
Yes, please. Because
we're burning through a bunch of them, the more recent ones. So if you mention something more recent, I probably maybe already into it. But I like along the lines of like The Witcher and the Marvel stuff. That's all like near and dear to my heart. Mi corazón. Anyway, yeah, so that's it. We'll close it down. I have some things to do, some kids to feed, trip up town to make, so we gotta get after it and call this thing a night. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop in the chat box below. I will respond. I appreciate your continued support for the channel and everything that you guys do to make it what it is, so thank you very much. The channel recently enjoyed kind of a spike, and I don't know what causes the spikes, algorithm or whatever, but I'm always super grateful when I see those numbers go up, and I'm super grateful for those of you who have joined the channel recently, so thank you. If you happen to know other people who might like it, or maybe this is the third or fourth video that you've seen, I mean, you're gonna keep coming back, you might as well subscribe, and it doesn't really cost you anything. It's not like you can only have 10 subscriptions. You can subscribe to anybody. So, if you've watched a couple of videos, you keep coming back for a reason.
Yeah.
Keep coming back for a reason. I'm looking deep in your soul. I know you love me. I don't know what else to call it. You gotta have fun with it anyway. But yeah, I'd love to keep growing the channel in the new year. Really want to get to 10K. So whatever you guys can do to help me get there, like, muchas gracias.
Just random Spanish inputs here.
Yeah, random Spanish. I'm learning it because Nat's teaching me. Because she's Puerto Rican. You know how she's Puerto Rican? You know how to know she's Puerto Rican?
Oh my God.
Because she'll tell you all the time. Yeah. Anyway. All right, I suppose that's enough witty banter for the day.
Yes.
Remember, guys, no matter what it is you think you can't do, try some different stuff and throw new things into your routines. It's always good to look for new resources and look for new ideas across different platforms and different sources, whether it be me or Matt Wenning or, you know, whomever, right? Just look for people doing different things and think, well, I should try that. But you're never gonna find those new things. You're never gonna open yourself up to that if you don't get in and train despite. You're either gonna find an excuse, you're gonna find a way. And I hope that you guys continue to find the way. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. And peace.
Peace, man.
Ah.
I got that.
Oh no. All right, we'll see you.